Nothing seen over towards A just yet. XANTARES is that first contact. He's got Wicadia just behind him. Captain Kirker scared of a bit of a flank in it through mid via their spawn, but they will get a bit of a free run on towards the A site. So a full 5-on-5 retake. And Captain Kirker waiting for the numbers to come join, and bomb will go down. So a bit of a timer on the head. Captain Kirker the only one with a kit as well, so he doesn't want to fall early.
We'll see here. There's a lot of sets of dualies, but the Glocks have set up very well indeed.
All right.
An absolute wall. An impenetrable wall. And that'll be the round. Simple as that.
Head trick, looking for exits. No way this round's going to have any sort of lease of life in it. Nice way to start things off for a turn off 5. Of course, the T side was the main thing that let them down in Mirage. So that's where we want to see what they've got. But they did get the pistol. They did get the force and the conversion after towards dark.
Yeah, I do like it. He could definitely do something with this. I think they're expecting him to be around, but he still finds success. With the Mac, they'll take that, and it allows other pieces of the attack to activate. Head trick, big trade from him. Keeps them in the runnings here. It is still this cheeky bonus. We've got half HP XANTARES, but again, Eternal Fire, it's not a full committal move from them. The bomb's a little late to this next attack towards A. They're not ready for NPL at all, but Calyx takes his head clean off. AK versus M4 difference there. Captain Kirker caught up in the chaos. Head trick on the other side of the map. He'll save an AK and concede the round. Eternal Fire looking very, very good here.
Yeah, and just, thankfully a little bit quicker as well. Of what feels like just much more comfortable Counter-Strike from them. Yeah, whatever happened in towards that Mirage, they've got to forget about it quickly. Thankfully, it's something that Eternal Fire can do very well as a
Eternal
top
Fire really dragging it out, and that's hard to get your head around. Where are they playing? What kind of moves are they making? Speaking of, though, in towards A main, we've got an advanced position from Bait, in towards Dark. We've got an advanced position from Madja. He drops early. It's a big old kill for the CTs.
I like this. Look at this setup. Captain Kirker on high. MPL is there for the trade, and he'll get it, thankfully. Look, for a moment like he might have given a chance for Calyx to reset, but not to be. Keeps the numbers in Bait's favor. Picks up the AK, and he knows as people starting to swarm, they smell blood in the water towards main, and they'll pounce. MPL falls 3 versus 3. A site taken. Tough retake here for Bait, especially considering that Alex is barely alive.
Yeah, not a big fan. Not a big fan, unfortunately. They feel like they have to go for it. They've got to give some kind of presence. Flash is nice, but can't finish off Wicadia. As soon as you round this corner, you are committed, so it looks like they are going to go for it. Double nade at the back end of site. Clears. Ooh, that one out. Wicadia comes off the angle. The AWP a little late to it. It's awkward here. They're all on top of each other. Nade is good onto Alex. It's going to be head trick alone in the clutch, and he's only good for the one. So.
Pop shot from MPL, but he'll just fall away. And that will give mid control to Eternal Fire. They get map control very, very well.
Bit more of an advanced position coming through. Wicadia taking early fights. They come to him, but we do see some mid presence from XANTARES, which really could make a difference. Smoke comes in. MPL goes early. His teammate comes to join him as well. They're trying to overwhelm this player here, but XANTARES has played it well for 1. 3 versus 3, and AK recovered. It's not out of the realms of possibility, but I don't know, man. I think they will just take the save here after losing the
already. Definitely not what you want to be seeing. Really, really simple Counter-Strike being played by Eternal Fire. I mean, where was this on the T side of the Madja waiting for a dark swing behind that smoke and the molly. Nothing really in the early part here. That's an overfate from Captain Kirker. There was a look to try and trade there, but Calyx just going to fall away. I like that. It's quite a heads up. Realizing they haven't been playing this double stack in towards main, so I'm not going to give that second fight over towards MPL.
Oh my goodness, this is a weird situation, honestly. Calyx on the other side of it will have heard that drop. MPL, a little carefree from him potentially. The aggression at dark is successful, but the A bomb site's super, super, super vulnerable.
No bomb.
Yeah, they don't have the bomb. That is maybe the one saving grace here, but it, again, makes the round a little weird to deal with. There's players all over the place. One in towards mid, misses the shot. One deep in mid, one dark for the backstab. Like, what do you do if you bait, to be fair? Like, it just doesn't make any sense, you know? Very hard to predict.
Bit of a quick one. I just don't see any sort of a look in for bait at the moment. Headtrick even saving this AWP might elude him, and it will. Wicadia, but that feels like it's probably off the cards. So at least 4 maybe feels workable. Any less, and that's when we start getting to really problematic territory. Well, we've seen a couple of 9-3s flipped on their head. You can't bank on it all too well. Oh, XANTARES, what a transfer for the second. He had no right getting that kill on towards MPL. And Beta left reeling in a matter of mere moments already. Up to, down to 3. And this is already better. Quicker rounds out of Eternal Fire, getting in towards the fights a little earlier, not allowing Beta a moment of respite. This is the relentless level of Counter-Strike that we know Eternal Fire can play.
Is there a defense? Is there anything for Captain Kirk? A wild off angle for him. He's immediately traded out. He does split the difference on the damage. Maybe if he had another teammate on the site with him, but that is not the case thanks to the XANTARES terror in middle. That is the one big difference, I think.
Towards Mirage, but that was just never the idea of what sort of Magic wanted. And well, now we're seeing it. In hindsight, he opted for the AWP, doesn't work out, and the AWP in this one doesn't work out for him either. MPL swing off the back of the nade, breaking open the smoke, and he'll get one. XANTARES is then going to pick up the big green. Whether he keeps it is the question. Shot from Magic. Might be a second here. Yuto in hand. Down he'll fall, and Cynthia trades well.
Yeah, it's a big find in all fairness. The unfortunate thing is that MPL has gone down in the interim here. Bomb no closer to a bomb site. However, it's an advanced push from Captain Kirk. He says, you know what, screw it. I'm doing what I want. A lot of the heavy lifting. They've still got to recover the bomb safely. Obviously, it's not in the hands of the CT
He's
side.
Completely open as he doubles back over towards B. There's 2 players here to meet them. Bomb on his back as well. Smoke and a flash to work with. One back plat, one holding for the swing out from that CT angle. And Captain Kirk in a bit of an open angle as well. 20 seconds first is good. Does he expect the second in towards Plat? He's going to clear it, and he's going to do well. Hang on a moment. 1 versus 3 is on the cards as Calyx has got to try and gamble a little bit. He's got to try and play the risk, and it might just work in his favor. Plant is open. Headtrick's clear in the wrong positions as well. They've gone past each other, and Headtrick has no clue. Stonewalled face as he looked for the clutch. Calyx waiting for the swing. Nade will come down, but it doesn't see him off as well. Tap on towards the bomb. He's looking for the fight, and Headtrick will win it. But does he have time? I think it's hella close, but he might already put them in the range of double digits so early and towards that second half. Gustavo XANTARES, spam on the smoke, catches MPL. That's the fight you want, but the response from Headtrick in kind is not too shabby.
Yeah, XANTARES trying to take over the round once again. I think he has dropped off ever so slightly. Still a really good half from him, taking control of a lot of rounds via mid in the early stages of this first half. Not to be here, but still left his mark. Kept them panicked. Oh my goodness, so many nades coming in. Headtrick, got to be careful he doesn't get caught rotating there. Oh, he sticks around. Would have been a nice frag to find, but he's unable to do so. Captain Kirker on the MP9, not quite good enough. And you know what? He's got no support from mid. The AWP's in a bit too deep. There's no one rotating across with a rifle. So the A-bomb site in a 3 versus 3 falls with very little resistance. woxic finding another head. It's just Alex left, and he can't get anything done. 9-3 is the tail end, but Eternal Fire put them back in their place before moving across. Here we are with their CT side. We'll see. Bait are going to have to defy the odds. XANTARES turning away from the flashes. Only good for the 1 on the Julies there. They give and they take, unfortunately. So it is a man advantage and a bomb plant for Bait.
Back there. Time is ticking. We do have a kit, and Calyx finding a head as well is not bad either. Oh, just trying to smoke on towards the bomb. It's not good enough, though. They didn't expect the player on the site itself. Where this is trying to finish. Now the Yuto, they should know indeed. Wicadia up close, playing around that smoke. One jumps through, and he can't get the kill. Oh, Wicadia, we have to get at least one there. woxic will, but he gets instantly pinned. And already that's the sight, and that might even again be the round. XANTARES has got to go huge here for probably at least a couple. Here's the first. Spam is good on towards the second, but it isn't enough for the kill. And on the reload, the Tech 9 is a wild decision by Headtrick, and we're back into a 2 versus 2. Made that 1 versus 2. Back and forth as Alex put into a tough clutch. As he looks for, he knows what 1 is. It's about where the second. The Molotov will tickle him. He's still low. And finally, Eternal Fire get around. Even if they lose, like this round, for example, if they get 4 out of 5 kills, Eternal Fire is still going to have the worst buy of the 2. Calyx in the flames, pushing a smoke. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that at all. MPL, I think he gets just a little giddy there and goes a little early, but they might not need him. Wicadia for 2. He then gets traded. Bomb also dropped as well, but a shot from woxic.
Yeah, I mean, trying to just play a chaotic round, playing by instinct, playing by feel. And indeed, it has not panned out too well. Headtrick still gives himself a chance into this, the highest fragger of the moment. We'll see what he can do. Oh, spots that one towards heaven, but he's undeterred from his crosshair. Takes the heads off cleanly. He's so close to woxic. Can't quite get it. These rounds are tooth and nail.
Is it going to be the same again? And funnily enough, when we saw Monty yesterday go towards overtime, it was 9 threes both ways.
woxic cracks the head in at mid as well, which has been a really solid position for bait in some of these A approaches. So still going to stick to an A play. Trying to get cheeky. That's wild. woxic gets the shot off, but it doesn't land. Calyx has kept the numbers solid here. And you know what? At bricks, Wicadia, not going to be expected. He swings out. Calyx joins him. Headtrick is left on 2 HP. There's absolutely no chance for him here. He will try and break in. Not going to happen. The overtime required once again.
If Baker at least got 2 for 1 on C side, I think they've got a decent chance.
Oh, Major. Edge of the smoke. Right idea, but Alex takes his head clean off. XANTARES out with the trades, ready to go on the B bomb site, but the timings are so good here from bait down to the 2 versus 2 as woxic did find a kill before going down. Wicadia on his secondary AWP. A, it's awkward on a retake. B, it's not really a weapon that he's super familiar with, so might want to swap off that. Might not be required though, as Calyx catches Headtrick. It's all onto Essential. Had a quieter game out here. We've been leaning on Captain Kirker, leaning on Headtricks, and now would be a time to step up. They've swapped to the automatic weapons, and Calyx will finish him off. It looked good initially, but the retake, nice and clean.
Yeah, good work as well. I'll be pretty happy with that. I'll go in towards main. Got to face woxic, and he's seems to be always good for 1 in the latter stage of this map. Maybe a slow start, but he's picked it up late game. And he will get the first.
Such a lazy peek in from Essential, isn't it, really?
Yeah. He's had a rough game.
Yeah. Need a flash, need just little jiggle, you know. He just fully commits in.
Nice nade.
Yeah, this is looking rough for bait, honestly. They're trying to back off and give the B site a go, but I think Eternal Fire, it feels like they are in the comfortable position here. Major, also a rough game from him. Molotov comes in, caught, quick switching, nearly goes down, returns with a Molotov, trying to keep them at bay. The nade comes close, and he is softened up enough for Captain Kirker to find it. Trade onto XANTARES, not there. The Headtrick still keeps them coming. The HP bars are so very low. Surely nothing in this for bait. Calyx hidden away in a keen spot, but he loses head quickly. Still players rotating in. It is again all over. Captain Kirker, against the odds, has got to try and pull this one off. You don't see him doing it. He's going to try and work his way downstairs. If he gets his headshot quick, then maybe you convince me, but not going to happen.
Replay of that Essential kill, though, just to see if it actually was the bomb. If it is, that's like the most important kill he's got all series, and what has been, you know, unfortunately a little bit slow for him. That alone might make up for it.
Very true indeed. Eternal Fire looking to not repeat those mistakes. Still have the potential of the second overtime here, of course. Again, drawn out, again. Trying to bait a bit of utility. Not quite as much being used. It's a late B main push. The flash is good. It's been seen by Wicadia. XANTARES is here as well. It's actually a lot of players outside of B there from Eternal Fire. I don't think on purpose, but just with the way their round had been developing. So they do well to trade things out. XANTARES left pretty low, however.
There's still a nade to work with for bait as well. If placed in the right spot, XANTARES could be in a bit of trouble. He's had a great game. 27 to his name. Same for Wicadia, but It still feels like there's potential here as XANTARES are flying through the smoke. He might have just spotted a head trick, but it's enough for the kill. They will cross. The spam is okay as woxic takes a fair tag, but so does MPL, and XANTARES gets another. Double OT might be on the cards unless MPL can pull off a ridiculous clutch here. 1v3 required. Flash around the corner, and MPL just got no lines of sight, nothing to work with. Surely we're going to get one more, and it will be the case. XANTARES, what a time to...
But 55 seconds left.
Ooh.
Got a lot of utility remaining. They're really trying to see what they can get away with here. XANTARES, again, is having a free day around where he's been given permission to do what he wants. The smokes will come in. NPL takes the fight, but he's spotted them out as well. XANTARES spamming away for one, but unable to stay alive. Bomb goes down. There's not really enough damage done to this CT side to make it substantial just yet. But the retake looks shaky. Everyone coming in from exactly the same choke point. Never a good sign. Wicadia clears out water, and that will give them good info. Calyx 4-2. woxic peeks out, and indeed, they just don't have enough to... This one is dangerous. I don't know that he's fully hidden away around that corner, to be honest with you. As the smoke starts to go down, MPL is going to come and join him. He is happy for a fight, and he catches one in transition, looking for the next. Not quite going to be there, but MPL finds the trade out. Alex coming in from behind as well, so no need to push things. XANTARES, he had his eyes on it for a moment, but he takes them off. He'll move back in and find the kill. Never a disadvantageous situation for that guy. I'll tell you what, the bomb, though, has been dropped in all this mess. Yes, there's some control out on the A bomb site, but Magia going to be known about thanks to the Molotovs, and XANTARES known about thanks to the kill. We have a slow encroachment onto Magia, but head on a swivel, finds the kill onto a Senthial here. Looking good. NPL only able to find one. It's head trick in the 1 versus 1. He's been heard, and XANTARES takes the...
And it's working for them. Map series playoff point for Bait. Or potentially another overtime looming. We'll have to see. What a game we're getting, that's for sure. Bait have had a map point and a series point already. But too easy. That's how woxic got them in towards overtime here with a kill like that. But he'll get a second behind it. The trade is good, thankfully. And Calyx caught as well. Hang on, 3 versus 2. Scriv, this might be curtains.
They absolutely have to go for it, though. They're not in on good time. Again, split, trying to go for flanks. They were unable to get in quickly. It was such a fast and information-starving burst from Bait. Down goes XANTARES. Might just be it. The IGL to save the day here. 1 versus 3. His position going to be known, and not a movement here from Bait. The swing comes out. They will get it done. 2-0.